want to welcome everybody to this new edition of drawing. So today we're going to be drawing a hummingbird. All right, and I love this because when we color, it'll be your opportunity to color however you want. Okay, I'm gonna color a certain way. I'm gonna do 4 or 5, maybe 6, or maybe just 3 different colors. I don't know yet. Okay, but I know they do come in various colors, and I love that about this bird. So during that time when we color it, you can be as expressive and stylistic as you like. Okay, when we color these hummingbirds, it's gonna be pretty easy drawing, and I can't wait to see what you guys produce in the end. Before we get started, let's make sure we stretch a little bit. All right, I don't know if you guys have stretched today, all right, but it's important that we do every day. It doesn't matter your age, it's important that we do, especially if you play sports. So we are going to be stretching. All right, so let's stretch first of all with our head. Let's count to 10 one direction. 1, 2, count with me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, that feels good. Now the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, y 10. Wow, that feels good. Now the shoulders, los hombros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now we want to check our wrists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, y 10. All right. Now the hips, like you have a hula hoop, but you don't, unless you do. And grab it, put it on, and twirl like this. I don't know what number I'm on. Maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Al revés. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you guys find that it's harder to do one direction when you do that with the waist, with this exercise? I find myself that I can't do it this way, towards the right, my right. I find myself like by the time I reach 10, I'm doing lines instead of circles. Yeah, anyways. Now, let's dance a little bit. All right, shake your body. All right, dance. All right, who can dance out there? All right, yeah. I like to dance. All right, muy bien, now shake your body. All right, great job. All right, y'all. Woo! Inhale, exhale. Para adentro, para afuera. Muy bien. Very good job. All right. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? What are we going to do now? Let's make sure we have our materials. We have our paper. I have my paper. We have our pencil. Yes, we have a pencil. I'm going to be using blue instead of a pencil because again, I want to show you what I draw. You cannot see if I write or draw in pencil, so therefore I use a marker. Okay, so this time I'm gonna use blue marker because I think I'm gonna go with a blue body for the hummingbird. So I want to start off with the blue, and I also want you to see it. But you are going to be using a pencil, and when you draw with your pencil, you're gonna be using it really lightly. Okay, because then we also need to check if we have our eraser. Make sure you have your eraser. With that eraser, before we go in with the black marker, you're going to erase the pencil. Well, after the black marker, excuse me, you're going to erase with the pencil. Okay, so make it nice and clean before you color. So then we have our black marker. I have my black marker right here. It's my outline, and then we have our colors. I have a set of color pencils right here. Right here. I've actually had these since 1999. Yes. And they're still in good shape. I've lost a few in various ways, but I still have the majority. And I also have markers, right? I have this basic set, and then I have more of a spring color set. And then I have my crayons. And to color, because I'm using a big paper, I'm going to be using crayons, because if I were to use my markers, they will get wasted like in 2 days. And I don't want to do that. I want to save them. So I'm going to use crayons to color. Okay? And you can use whatever you like. Color pencils, markers, or crayons. Okay? It's up to you. All right. So we have our materials. Very good. All right. Now, at this time, I invite you, if you're not already seated, get situated. All right? Get comfortable in your chair. Get your pencil going. Okay? Put it around your head and start scribbling. Just doodle. I hope you have more than one piece of paper, but on one of them, I want you to just doodle. All right? Just doodle. I'm not gonna do it because I only have one side. It is the one I'm gonna do the bird on. But I want you to just doodle. Just do some circle motions. Get those creative juices flowing. Just doodle. Circles, lines, dots. Maybe your name in cursive. Maybe your letters in black letters or bubble letters. Maybe do some graffiti. Maybe draw something real quick. But I want you to just take a few seconds right now to just doodle. Doodle, okay? Get your creative juices flowing. Wake them up, all right? Wake up. Let's get comfortable. Here we go. Now, we are creating a hummingbird. Imagine, if you will, where you want this hummingbird to go. Now it's going to be, the body's going to be diagonal this way. Okay, you can make it as big as you like or as small as you like. But I say you go medium, meaning try to put it in the center of the paper, okay? Now remember, as you see my paper, I'm working horizontal, or in the art world, we call this placement, we call it landscape. If it were vertical, if we would turn it around the other way, we would call it portrait style. But right now we're working landscape or horizontally. Okay? So horizontally, I want you to imagine a circle right here. All right? And we're going to put a line, a diagonal line, right there. That is going to be the back of the hummingbird, from at this point to the tip of the tail. The tip of the tail is going to be right here. The tip of the back of the head is going to be right here, because right here we're going to turn it. All right? That's it. Now, we are going to do a circle that will be in shape more like an oval that will represent the head. Now, you can watch me first, and then you do it. I'm going to start at this point. Like so. It's almost like the size of my fist. Okay, on my big paper. Yours obviously going to be smaller because you're probably working on a smaller paper. But on this big paper, it's the size of my fist. Okay, and this line is about 1, 2, 3, 3.5 fists. Okay, so 3.5 fists and then 1 fist. That's approximately the ratio or the size of the line to the head. Okay? Next, we are going to do the stomach of the bird. And right here, till about a fist and a half, we're going to make like a dip. Right there. Well, we bring it in just a little bit more. There we go. Got that? I'm gonna step away for a little bit so you can see what I did. All right. And from this point to the tip of the tail, we are going to just make some loops, like so, to the tail. And then we have the head, no beak yet, and the body with the tail. Okay, now we're going to do the two wings. Let's start off in the middle. Let's put that in the middle. And we're going to go up, not straight up, and not directly horizontally, but imagine an L, and you want to go like 90 degrees this direction. Okay? So imagine an L's right here, and then we're gonna go this direction. All right? About 1, 2. 2 of my fists here on this paper. The next line is going to be up, but not as long as this line. This one's actually 1.5 of my fist. This one's about a little bit over 2. Okay? Okay. Now we are going to make a few loops, as we're getting closer to the tip, it's getting smaller and smaller. We're going to do the same over here. Okay? Now we're going to add another group of line right in front of this loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here, make this line. 1, 2, 3, 4, and make that line. All right. We are almost done with our lightly drawn hummingbird. Okay, again, do not press really hard with the pencil because it's going to be harder to erase it. Really lightly. Okay? Now we're going to do the beak. We're going to place it right, follow this line, and imagine a straight line to the farthest line out here. We're going to put a point. And we're going to go straight out. About 1, it's 1 of my fists. Like so. Very good. All right. This is our initial drawing of our hummingbird. I'm going to take a step back so you guys can see it completely. And then we're going to come in with our black and we're going to draw out our hummingbird in detail. Okay? So I'm going to give you a few seconds to draw the final lines. Erase something if you have to. Okay? And draw out your bird to a point where you feel it looks good before you trace it. Okay? With the black. Now, in this area of the head where it's connected with to the body, we are going to do some curves, and this is going to be a little bit tricky, so you guys are going to have to watch how I'm going to do it so that you can do it as well, okay? But there's our hummingbird. Just a few more seconds. I'm going to get my black ready. All right. And I'm going to start off with the wings, okay? It's going to be the easiest place to start. It builds our confidence to continue drawing the rest of the hummingbird with the black. So I'm going to start off at this point, and I'm going to break it down just a little bit into the body. And I'm going to go to the first line out, and I'm just basically tracing it. Okay? Now I am going to do the back part of the bird, which is the first thing that we drew, but I'm going to stop right there. Don't keep going. Stop right there because the wing is in front of the body. Okay? And then we're going to skip over this blue line or your pencil line. And we're going to continue to the tip. And I'm going to bring it down just a little bit more. Alright? And I'm going to stop right there. Now, the other wing, I'm going to bring a line a little bit out this way. This is our guy. We're going to go up. We're going to trace the lines that we did, but the outer ones. Okay? So far, so good, right? All right, perfect. Now, we are going to come to the tip of the tail, and we are going to go up. We're going to stop right there because we're now going to trace it this way and stop here. Okay? I'm going to do this because I can't see the other way. I'm not standing in front of it. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Watch how I do it, and then you do it. Okay, I'm going to move this just a little bit more. I'm going to stand in front of it. I'm trying to block as less as I can, so you guys can see. So, come this way, and right where it meets the beak, we're going to kind of curve it a little bit. And over here, we're going to curve it a little bit as well. Bring it up. Bring it in, and then also curve it like so. Beak goes up and out. This one as well. Like so. Okay. It's coming together. It's coming together. Now, let's come back to the wing, the first one we did. Halfway, we're going to put a dot between this part of the wing and the back part of the wing. And we're going to put a dot, and from this dot, we're going to go up and connect it to the tip of the wing, right there. And we're going to do the same with this. Okay, like a big beak of the hummingbird. And we're going to put a line over here, like a little loop, just like that. Wonderful. Now, the last thing we do before we color, okay, is one last thing. What do you think it is? What do you think is missing? I'm sure you guys said it. It's the eye. Right there. If you'd like, initially I wasn't going to do this, but you can because I've seen it obviously in pictures. You could put these two little circles here to represent the legs, or the feet, excuse me. They're too thin. Just like that. Because they're tiny, they're small. And they use them to move and sway side to side as they suck the nectar from the flowers. Did you know that when a group of hummingbirds are together, they call it a flock, but the more common word for a group of birds flying together is bouquet. A bouquet of hummingbirds. That is basically a group of hummingbirds flying together. It's pretty interesting, right? Bouquet, a group of hummingbirds flying together. Not just flowers. All right. Now, lastly, I want to color my eye and make it more detailed right here. There it is. My hummingbird. So boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, This is our hummingbird. I'm gonna take a few seconds. I'm gonna give you a few more seconds to just draw the final black outline. But your hummingbird should look something like this, okay? And that is not exactly like it because this is my style, okay? And you have your own style. We're all artists, I believe it. Okay, you just have your style, I have my style. But this is a hummingbird. Your hummingbird will look relatively similar to mine, okay? Yours may have a skinnier body. Yours may have a bigger body. Yours may have a smaller head, or some of you may have a bigger head. Some of you guys may have small wings, some may have big wings. Some may have a big beak, some may have a little one. Maybe a smaller tail, maybe a longer tail. I don't know, it's your hummingbird. All right, it's beautiful, and they're all uniquely different and special, just like you, just like your drawing, okay? So here's our hummingbird. Now, I'm gonna give you just 2 minutes to just relax a little bit, do your final lines in black, erase, okay? I'm gonna come back in about 2 to 3 minutes to color our hummingbird. All right, everyone. Hope you guys have the final hummingbird all ready to be colored. I cannot erase these lines that you see in blue, but you can erase those lines because you did them in pencil. I do want to trace over this other blue line in black, because I want to separate these two, because I'm going to do different colors. Okay, there. All right. What are you going to be using for color? I'm going to be using crayons. Okay. Some of you guys may be using crayons too. Some of you probably have crayons that are old and broken. Some of you guys may have a crayon that doesn't have any more wrapping around it, like this orange, but that's okay. Some of you guys probably have crayons that are even broken, right? I know I did growing up. When I was little, all my crayons were in pieces, and my father didn't want to buy me some because he said, "Tú tienes en la casa, you have some at home." But guess what? Broken crayons still color. Okay, they don't have to be whole, they don't have to be brand new, they don't have to be look nice in order for them to work and do their job. Broken crayons without the wrapping also work. They also color. And remember that's a lesson for life, y'all. Some of us are broken, we have broken hearts, right? Because a girl broke up with us, ew. Or a boy broke up with us, ew, right? Or some of you older folks who are drawing, who are watching, have gotten your heart broken, and you may feel like it's still broken, it's not yet healed. But even broken people or broken crayons, we can still fulfill our calling in life, and we can still serve our purpose. Just like the broken crayons, its purpose is to color and to make things beautiful, and to make things that are black and white pop, like this hummingbird, right? This broken crayon, like us, we can still serve a purpose. Okay, what color should I do my hummingbird? What color are you gonna do your hummingbird? I'm curious. I'm excited to see what you guys are gonna do. What color you guys are gonna color them, and see how they end up in the end. Okay, so I'm gonna use some blue and a violet, a green, lime green, and let me see, a little bit of pink, and a red. All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna use an assortment of colors. Let me get them together. So I got red or rojo, I got blue, azul, I got purple or violet to some, which is violeta or morado. Then I have green, verde. Then I have lime, lima. Then I have pink, rosado. Okay? All right. At this point, I don't really need to give you direction as to what color and how to color it. Unless you want to do it exactly like mine, you can follow me. But this is your time to be expressive and color freely. Be yourself and enjoy this time, all right? And just color your hummingbird whatever colors you want, okay? Awesome. Go for it. I'm going to be starting off with purple. And I'm going to do purple right here. While I color, I'm going to tell you a story about a hummingbird. Maybe some of you guys have heard it before in school. And that's cool. If you haven't, even better. Just follow along and try to listen as you color. If you can't pay attention to me because you're so focused on the coloring, that's okay. Sometimes that happens to me. I don't have to be anything. Somebody calls me, I still don't listen. Well, one time there was a forest, and in that forest lived many awesome animals like the deer, the rabbits, the squirrels, the owls. Who else lives in the forest? The chipmunks. The skunks, raccoons, they all live in the forest. And in the forest, there was also living different birds, different bird creatures in the air, like hawks, like crows, like even some pigeons, because this forest was in the city. They were there too. But including in this group of birds was a group of hummingbirds. And one particular hummingbird was courageous and worked hard, and he didn't give up. One particular time, there was a fire in this forest, and all the animals, they ran out of the forest because they were scared from the fire, and they came about a stream. Now, a stream is a body of water, and they stopped there because they felt if the fire got closer to them, then the water will protect them. So they were there. I'm gonna use red now. And the fire was getting closer, and it was getting hotter for them, and hotter and hotter. And they were getting worried. They were stressing out. They were scared. So one moment during that time, this hummingbird, who was very courageous and didn't want to give up, he said, I'm going to do something. So he went and he flew really fast down to the stream, and he grabbed a little bit of water from his beak, and he flew really fast back to where the fire was, and he started dropping little droplets of water onto the fire. He kept on doing that. He did it once, dropped the water on the fire, and then he went out back onto the stream, got some more water, and returned to the fire and dropped it. And he kept on doing this over and over and over again. And the other animals, while they were stressed, they paid attention to him, and then they started laughing. They started laughing out of, being panicked. And they're like, what are you doing? And they're kind of laughing, and the hummingbird's like, well, what are you talking about? As he was flying back and forth from the stream to the fire, from the stream to the fire. And they're like, what are you doing, you little hummingbird? Don't you know that this is a huge fire? You're too little. You're too small. You have tiny arms. You have a small beak. Even though it's long, it's small. You can't get enough water to put all this fire out. And the hummingbird said, I don't care. I'm not just going to sit here and do nothing. I'm going to try. And after a while, from watching the courage of this young hummingbird, other animals in whatever way they could from their mouths started squirting and throwing water towards the fire. I don't know what happened to the fire. Eventually it went out. Maybe it got help from people. Maybe it was just the animals that put the fire out. But I like to think it was the courage, it was the words, it was the character, it was the strength and the bravery of this hummingbird that created an impulse, created a motivation that pushed other animals to get involved and do something. So it doesn't matter how small you are. It doesn't matter how others view you. What important is that you are going to do something. That you are not going to just stand there and do nothing. Because even the little droplets, okay, the little things that we do can make a difference. Here is my hummingbird. I'm going to color one last thing, which is his beak, and I'm going to do it brown. Because pictures that I see of hummingbirds, they're usually dark. So here's my hummingbird. All right. Maybe a little tint of yellow on the bottom, maybe like on his stomach perhaps. Just a little bit. Like it could be like the reflection of the light. Just like that. All right. Oh, and the legs, brown again. All right. Now, who wants this? All right, maybe later you want to put a flower here or here. Maybe like a lot of tree or grass leaves over here sticking up. I don't know, maybe clouds or entire blue sky. Entirely up to you. It's a beautiful thing about being an artist and be able to express this, that we can color, paint, however it is that we like. It's our expression and it's always special. All right? So that is our fun class for today, drawing a hummingbird using shapes. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I always really enjoy this. I enjoy producing these videos for you all. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? Here's my hummingbird. There you are. Here I am. My son's over there. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. See you next time. God bless you. Bye.